saying, hi, Vod watchers. Welcome on in. Hey, we're about to jump into some more Oshi no Ko. And in case you don't know who I am, hi, my name's Ed. And if you don't know who I am by this point in time, there's got to be something wrong. My name's Ed. I'm a psychologist. And yeah, we're jumping straight into Oshi no Ko, episode number 2 of season 3. My bad. Holy gosh, where has time gone? I want to start off by talking about where you see the characters growing. And specifically, who do you see the characters ending up with? For Aqua, who do you see him ending up with? Do you think that he'll end up with like Ruby or Kana or Akane? The reason why I'm doing this is it came up as a joke during the free run things. Apparently, somebody added a block term and it popped up as like, you can't say that anymore. But I'm really, really interested. Like, in terms of like a healthy, genuine, healthy relationship, who do you think Aqua will end up with, right? For me personally, I think Kana is a good choice. I think Kana. What's the 7? Yeah, exactly. I think Kana is the individual that allows Aqua to be vulnerable. I think Akane gives him safety at the moment, protection, right? Because he doesn't have to worry that much. Just take her on dates and whatnot. She'll be happy. I mean, first Aqua needs therapy. First off, right? I think we all know that. Is first Aqua needs therapy. I think Akana has long passed Kana in vulnerability. I think there's a reason why Aqua still goes out of his way and thinks about Kana, Jay the Man. And meanwhile, still keeping up appearances with the Kane. There's a big reason for that. And I guess with that comes through, and it'll become abundantly clear as the season progresses, how's Akane going to feel? If Akane feels threatened at any point in time about their relationship with Aqua, then it clearly would showcase the fact that, that is not a stable relationship in any capacity, at any point in time. All right. Thanks so much for the follow, Gugus. I appreciate it. That's sort of the main regard is if at any point in time Akane were to showcase that they're uncomfortable by the state of their relationship or uncomfortable by Aqua interacting with others outside of the relationship, it might showcase that it's not secure as we think it is, right? And in that case, if Akane is already feeling that way, how do you think Aqua might be feeling? And even vice versa, right? Because we might say the same thing about Kana. If Kana was in a relationship with Aqua, that is the same structured rudimentary aspect that we would keep her that way, right? Or keep it that way. Now, Ruby, I hope not. I hope not. I mean, they're biologically siblings. I hope not. There's a thing called trauma bonding, and a lot of people often wonder oh, but how, for example, how do incestuous relationships ever come about, whether it's with a person's uncle or a cousin or what? I can't believe I'm having this conversation here, but I guess I gotta have it here, right? I hope not, but the thing is, a lot of individuals, a lot of these instances come out of, fortunately, shared relationships or trauma, right? I.e., shared situations, events, memories, so on and so forth, that cause a layer of propinquity to form that makes them normalize the relationships and their safety standards or regulations as to what they feel safe and secure in. So hence they feel a lot more safe and secure in the person that they're dealing with, as opposed to other abnormalities, right? Wheeling his head. However, can I see a trauma like this evolve into something that it shouldn't? Absolutely. Right? Because we know that these characters are aware of their past lives in some capacity, right? And we know for a matter of fact that this might end up spiraling, burning up, like literally. Sorry, I'm quoting the season 2 ending. It's such a good banger. We were just listening to it earlier. It might end up causing more structural damage to the relationship if that were to ever come to light in some capacity, right? Because then you have layers of propinquity mixed in with trauma, mixed in with events, which could lead to something like this. I wouldn't even put it past it. Like, I hate to put it this way. If there were to be a shared trauma experience, or there were to be instances or stuff like that coming up, where you have y'all know, some of you guys don't know, I don't know if I can quote it, Love is War, where they're always trying to one up one another, right? Where they don't know how far they're willing to push the boundaries until one of them confesses. I wouldn't actually be surprised if something like that were to happen, where it's like, they don't know, like once you start discovering true feelings about one another, as fucked up as it may be, right? That they don't know sort of where that like the appropriate boundary is because no one's telling them what that boundary is, right? So it might start off from like pushing, like, pushing each other, like, oh, this boundary, that boundary, right? Oh, step bro, and it's just one little step, right? Oh, step sis, I'm stuck in the fridge. I don't know, whatever that may be. You could definitely see an escalation. Help me, step bro, I'm stuck, or step sis, I'm stuck. You could definitely see escalations. Lena, don't end me. And oh no, Evie, not you too. You could definitely see escalations of behavior and behavior patterned right after this, right? Because ultimately you're trying to see how secure that base is. Now, is this something that I think is likely? No, probably not. I don't see it heading in this direction. At the moment, I see more of like Ruby trying to go ahead and understand her relationship with Aqua, right? Where they truly stand as siblings, and more so the Akane Kana war really starting out. Stop. Cease. You violated the law. Have I? Have I? Anyway, do you guys agree with me, disagree with me? Let me know. Without spoilers, please. I don't know. I've never had time to pick up on anything because I'm so busy. Let me know what you guys think. Like, do you think that Aqua deserves, or it would be happier with Kana or with the Kane? And sort of how far this is gonna go. All I know is apparently people were upset about the ending. That's all I know. I don't know what that ending is, right? But my speculation towards the ending, and you've heard of this from season one, from even before the ending was really even solidified, is I think one of the main characters is going to die. And I think that revenge is, you'll often have to dig two graves, right? In some capacity. So I think either Aqua is more than probable to pass away or die, literally in their own sorrows or death or whatnot, like in their own revenge aspects of things and not be able to see things forward. I can just imagine them like in the season one opening, or even what is it, burning opening for season two or ending. Exactly. Season two ending. I can really see something just exploding off of that, where maybe they've even grown and maybe they're even past the aspect of revenge, or maybe it's the last little bit and they go along with it, but they don't know the amount of effect that takes along, like with others. Anyway, sorry. Whew. That's a big yap for a small one question, right? Next, oh, the mods are deleting chats. I don't even see it. Y'all are quick. Holy crap! All right, y'all ready? You can also see no one die. No, I have a weird feeling. I have a weird feeling that like one of them is well, actually, maybe both of them die. Maybe both of them die in some way, shape, or form. Okay, hold on. Hear me out. Maybe Ruby, the more that Ruby is getting in touch with this dark star, this dark element, whatnot, maybe a version of her maybe passes away as well. Because if Aqua dies, wouldn't that affect Ruby as well? Like, of course, this is leading into the theories that I've been developing, right? And even vice versa. If Ruby were to pass away, wouldn't a version of Aqua also die? But also, wouldn't that affect others as well? And if we're talking about death and industry and how that affects others, let's talk about that and solidify that for a moment, right? How would this affect others in an ecological level? Wouldn't Kana, in a capacity, like let's say that Kana is truly, fully, duly in love with Aqua or Ruby, right, or whatever, right? And one of them were to pass away, wouldn't that staple them and affect them going forward in layers of trauma, even more so evolved? Would a version of them evolve past their life perceptions of themselves? Would they, or would they get stuck in that cycle of trauma? Because that's a big trauma to get over. If the story is heading in that direction, in a darker and darker and deeper tone. Ooh, ooh. I really want Aqua. I really want Aqua to find happiness. That's what I want. I want Aqua to find happiness and peace and tranquility and be able to grow. That's what I want. I want Ruby's the same for Ruby, right? I actually kind of want Aqua and Kana to end up together because Akane is my girl. Akane is a girl after my heart. Akane is the wizardess, right? She's another wizard. You know, that's all. As far as I'll go with that in that regard. Like we've seen similarities. Akane for Ed, Mem for me. Oh gosh. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump right into it. Is this the opening? Ooh! Aspect. Wait. Idol? What? What? Of type of idol? Whoa! Whoa! I love the blue. I love the fact that we have, you know, the ruby in the middle with the dark star. Oh my goodness. You know, the white surrounding it, a lot of white noise. And for me, this is maybe establishing what may come. Is it's going to be Ruby's journey and growth through her own vengeance story altogether from this, right? Seeing the fact that Aqua may still be at large, or maybe playing a lot more moves. We're about to see Ruby's descent into darkness in of itself, taking center stage, right? As we keep going through this, we'll see maybe how even Aqua's journey may affect Ruby in this capacity. The fact that this is how it's highlighted and this is like the first thing you see. Oh gosh. Yeah, because it goes from white, right, to that blue. An inverse, yeah, the white star changing to that dark star up top. Oh my god, there's so much to stop and talk about. Wait. Is that a strawberry being bitten? Is that a fruit being bitten? Ichigo. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? Try to watching for no pause. I pause, Lena. I pause. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Strawberry Production, Ichigo Productions. Yeah. What is Ichi? Five is go. Ichigo. Shh. Oh my god. Oh my god. So if we're having worthless Ichigo back into the realms here, yeah. If we're having worthless Ichigo coming back with the milk, how much was actually played out there? Actually, even further than that. Ooh, for the fact that Ichigo has now come back and made a relevant experience or relevant appearance, doesn't that mean how much did I share with Ichigo? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know. How much did I share with Ichigo? Chat. How much did I share with Ichigo? How much? How much? Because if this is the case, mm, mm, I have a feeling that there might be more to the story and why Ichigo is now becoming involved again. Of course, you might say, "Oh, it's production," yes, but I feel like this is a component, right? This is a key component. How much did she even trust him? How close were they? Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, and how much is this gonna lead further into their demise? My God, he was asking who the father was, and she kept hiding it from him. I keep missing that. '15 Pro Universal Leader. Hello. Okay. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Who is she playing this part for? And how is she? Is this a morning dress? Y'all ever seen? Forget who it was. There's a couple individuals that when a relationship is fake but is made to end, right? Or they're mourning the death of a relationship, they'll wear like a really like fancy or big like black dress like that. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, like she puts on her makeup, right? Literally playing the role, dolling herself up, right? I.e., not putting down the mask that she needs to put up, but yet the dress and everything that she's wearing, yeah, morning, like mourning, not at morning, like good morning, right? Um, like her wearing this, it's making, and then the necklace that she's wearing, that isn't that what color is that? Chat. What color is the necklace that she's wearing? Ah. Mm, 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 mm. Would you say it's would you say it's a bit aqua-ish? Hmm. It's making me wonder this. Number one, her dress is sparkly, considering the fact that she has an aqua-like, you know, uh, whatever you want to call it, you know, necklace around her. Right? She's dolling herself up with makeup. Is Aqua going to use Akane as a way to try and get revenge? And is Akane fully involved in this in some capacity? Or maybe not. Maybe she ends up discovering this plot along the way, considering how brightly she is filled with stars as though she's being propelled into something bigger. Even while she's putting on makeup, look, she is not happy. That is not a happy face. This is an individual that is clearly pulling, like, has to go through with this, has to do something. Femme fatale. Yeah, like a femme fatale type look, right? They would clearly do anything and or everything in this capacity. Even the option of wearing this mask and going through with 101 requests. I love Akane, but I hate seeing this face and I hate seeing the fact that and she's so unhappy with it that what does she do, right? She displaces her emotions onto, the products that made her this mask. Holy shit, that is deep. Not only that, if you take a look, the mirror is reflecting her, but it's not just one face, it's three different faces as well. Why do I say three faces? Because it's three mirrors. Whew! The mask is thick. Yeah. Damn. Hot damn. Sorry, chat. I'm even impressed by that. I'm even impressed by this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All the fame, the glam. Yeah, it looks like you're looking at the stars. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Which you really are when you're thinking about them, right? All the celebrities. What I love about this is holy fuck. Sorry, chat. Sorry. Like right? In a lot of cultures, you'll often hear this, right? Like, what does put like lipstick usually symbolize? Let's go ahead and abstract it from makeup, right? Take it out there. You usually see lipstick. What does it mean in a movie, especially like on the lips? Chat. There's a lot. We're going into quite a bit here. Hold on to your horses. Grab a drink. Grab a snack. Deception, kissing. It's usually a symbol for seduction. Oh, Bulbous, thanks so much for the gifted subs. The 5 gifted subs, I appreciate it. Seduction, love, right? Seducing, yeah. Yeah, that's usually the thing here, right? But seducing with what mask? And it's making me wonder, right? Does Akana know the mask that she has to wear to try and pull Aqua in every time? And is this sort of why she's looking this way? Because she's coming into terms with knowing the fact that maybe Aqua isn't loving Akane, but he's loving the version of Akane that can put on the mask. Talk about I guess an Oedipus Electra complex here, right? Where Aqua might only be pulled in at moments when Akane puts on the mask of eye. Hence why she's a useful tool. Hence why, you know what, like you're gonna have to keep putting on this mask and not really be you. Hence why we see her putting on the lipsticks. She doesn't have the stars in her eyes. Oof, 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 oof. And her tossing all the stuff, including the star, down because it's taking it from her, right? It's taking it from the different variations of her. That's exhausting. Oh, interesting. Oh, hold on. This is beautiful, but we're backing it up. She pushes one and they all fall down except two. The pink perfume with the bow tie and the other one that's standing tall. And it's making me wonder what those two specifically mean for her. Or three, I guess. Three bottles stand tall while everything else falls all the way through. And in fact, again, the color red is showcased to fall right off the table, i.e., red, passion, love, whatnot. Maybe true love is really off the table for Akane here. And maybe in a big way, she's trying to mask that, like, even if it's fake love, if Aqua just accepts that and is with her, she'll be happy. She'll be happy with the fake form of love. She'll pretend, she'll keep this mask up. Red could be Kana as well, right? In some capacity. Threats altogether. But also, we're backing it up. Sorry. It's just a very interesting read as to why she embraces the mask. Yeah. I hope I'm back, chat. I hope you guys are liking this little analysis. Sorry. Interesting. If that one represents Kana, right, and the star one that you see there might represent Aqua. Maybe she's doing everything that she can. Maybe she's doing everything that she can to keep them separated. That's why she pushes it down, right? Because in the one aspect, we could talk about this meaning love and seduction and all of these things. On the other hand, if we take the literal star-shaped one to represent Aqua, right, and the other one to represent Kana, and her pushing stuff down to get them in the way and literally throwing Kana off the table, while pushing everything down, and the other one might represent Ruby because you can't really get rid of them, right? What does that showcase? Ooh. This could be both. Could be both. This song is a banger, by the way. Yeah, we'll listen to the full song at the very end. It's always interesting, right? Someone reaches stardom, and look, it's so inhuman, right? It's so inhuman. Even the individual's agents of change, their hands are gloved up. Like nothing human can touch her, right? She's in a different world, a different stratosphere, you know? Like that's the main regard. Like take a look at this. Yeah, take a look at this, right? The gold, the dark, you know, inside seems warm, supposedly by the warm lights, right? Somebody's home, but if you take a look at like what's actually there, does this actually seem cozy to you guys? Does this seem cozy to you guys, or does this seem more out of reach for you guys? And by that, I mean like a place that you don't normally see or get to be in or, experience. For me, I don't really find this type of setting cozy. That's just me, right? I find it beautiful, but do I find it cozy? Yeah. Yeah. What about when she opens the doors here? It's beautiful like a museum. Exactly. Exactly. Same thing here, right? The doors open. It's not somewhere you can truly tame. Exactly. But even this, right, as we're going through with it, she's truly untouchable. Akane is truly untouchable in this regard, right? No one, like nothing human can be around her. Again, she's in another stratosphere. And you'll see this even more because her dress reflects like the way that the stars do. And all the people taking pictures and whatnot. Like, oh my God, like, she's something out of this world. Like, look at this perfect. Oh. Mem? Yo! Kana? What the fuck? Yo, are we going to war here? Holy shit. I know. Holy shit. Are we going to war here? What the fuck is this? Yeah, she's like over here, right? And Kana is down here. If we're gonna talk about morning dresses, holy fuck. She has to maintain that status, but Kana don't have to. This as well. Mem running, right, with a bunch of clothes and throwing it up whimsically. In a big way. Is Mem airing out the dirty laundry? I hate to just be literal with it, right? And like maybe seeing past all the BS. Is she gonna be a big swan for this environment? Embracing a mask as they rise to stardom. Yeah. 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 What I love is this pose that comes through again with the red on film. She's looking directly at us in this capacity, right? Which beautiful. She's absolutely gorgeous, right? But look, there's still red in there. Now it's making me think if this doesn't mean fate. If red is not just symbolizing fate, as though all of this is destined to happen, like we're on a roller coaster ride and there's no escaping it. Again, red carpet, Kana moving through it in a black dress. So let me back it up. Right? Boom. Y'all know the red string of fate, but in this case, red vial. Yes, it falls down and it makes this red, what is it? The red carpet. So now Okana's walking on fate, right? There's no escaping it. The stars are behind her. She's going through with it. Mem comes running through with all these dresses, all these playthings, right? Running around. Is it wings or what does she have on her back? Or is it just like a see-through thing? Anyway, on this big hallway, big auditorium, whatever this is, throws it up. And red is still there. Also trauma being there. Yeah. Yeah. Whew, in a museum, as though she's outdated, as though no one's gonna come and view the current her because no one wants to be there. Kana is the old version. Akana is the new one. Oh, oh my God! Holy, whoa! All her forms, all of her forms. Jesus. Jesus. All of her forms, chat. All of her life documented by ages, Kanas throughout the years, being put up in a museum in a mourning dress. Maybe this is her mourning herself or her relationship with Aqua or what may be, right? Holy crap. At least we're on the same page with the museum scene. Damn. 13 through 14, right? 15 to 16. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. As her career is over. And notice how the red is more vibrant with her. I know that's her hair, right? But nonetheless, it's matching the other colors that we've been talking about here, right? In this regard, i.e., fate. She lost the spotlight. She's crying. She's lost in the darkness, and she's mourning over her relationship, over her careers, over everything. Hey, yo! Oh, and the strawberry kind of being moldy and old. Oh. Oh, I know. Ichigo. Ichigo. Oh no. What the fuck? Oof. Oof. This is some powerful imagery. What the fuck? Also, the song is a banger. Yeah. Ichigo didn't have to go to the milk for the milk. There's a bunch of mold growing on Ichigo now. What? Yeah, Miyako's going through it too. Ruby on rubies. Kanji says lie. Ruby on rubies on a bathtub of lies. So Ruby must become a master of lying. And the spotlight on this. Again, does this feel like a comfortable room? Chat. Drowning in lies. Yeah. Exactly. Does this feel like a comfortable room, chat? If you say yes, we're going to have a conversation. Lies are the greatest form of love. Yeah, but they're the rubies in her eyes. Feels cold for a bathroom. No, that's rocks. It can't be. Nothing but darkness outside. Yeah, and even inside, right? The only thing driving her at this point in time is this bathtub of lies that she has to go into. This does not look like a room for like. I'm gonna disagree with you there, Megan. This does not look like a room for someone to be comfy. For me, this looks like a room of like someone that's preparing themselves, right? Like for example, whenever I see fighters do ice baths, they're never in the most comfortable scenarios. They're always putting themselves in uncomfortable scenarios to train themselves, right? I.e., they will literally go outside in like extremely cold weather, get a bunch of ice together, right? And like jump into it, shiver, 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 get out in order to train the body. But it's not comfortable in any mean, shape, or form. For me, I look at this and immediately I feel cold. I feel as though, this is a sacrifice that she feels as though she has to make, which is drowning or going into this bathtub of lies. Yeah, she's literally slumped over. It's red room too. It's not lighted only by the moon. Exactly. But taking a bath with the rubies doesn't seem very comfortable. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Oh, oh, oh. Of course. Of course. Look at her face as she looks up and she starts to realize like mom is there in a room full of red, right? Her idolizing her mom for the idol instead of the person. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, and then wait, the rest of mom's crew is just completely darkened out. Ah, not comfortable. Least parasocial idol. We have Red Room again. The red is so hard on the eyes. Again, destiny, right? We keep going back into this theme. Love, right eye, and destiny. Both being represented by that, right? Look at this, though. She has the dark star in her eyes, as though that's the only thing she can do, only thing she can focus on. And as she looks up, again, it's mom. Mixing mom with idol. And everyone around her was just a lie. Look at that. Look at all of this. Bottom right, we have I when they were younger, right? Bottom left, I with the other crew there, right? Everyone's censored out if you look at the faces. Oof. Oof. And of course, hugging mom, right? Mom, why'd you have to die? Mom, what happened? Mom, I'll get revenge. Mom, I swear I'll get this done. Mom, it's a little girl screaming for her idol, for her mom. Where is she? What really happened? I thought I had healed, but I clearly didn't. And notice that her eyes really do become ruby red with darkness in here. Oh, is this Akane? Again, red in a red heart, balloon there, right? Another red heart balloon right next to the other girl. So red is everywhere. This aspect of what we're finding or what we're seeing here is. So it's the group. It's Kana. It's Mem. It's Akane. Ruby. Here's what I find interesting. Girls having fun, yeah. The black borders in this scene, again, cinematography, right? So as opposed to it being full screen like this, it goes down into this. The heart's coming out of Akane. Kana's face, and right next to Kana, there's that red balloon. There's a red balloon, or there's a red whatever in the pool. Clearly Ruby's shooting out stars. This is a very interesting segment. It's like the scene of a movie or a music video, right? Oh. What's your shelf life? Oh. What is your shelf life? How long will you last in the industry? Yeah. Are you burnt out already? This is full screen mode. It's no longer black bars, right? I wonder how long she'll last. I wonder how long they'll last. As a streamer, yeah, they only do 2 to 3 years, 1 year they blow up and then that's it. They're done. Oh. Oh. Movie time, right? And then it's like, okay, I guess we're going back to reality. The dark stars. Mem putting on horns here. The paparazzi, I'm guessing. This all looks like people trying to take pictures, right? But they look kind of like demons, People clapping. And then stepping on love, yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to fake it till you make it, right? And sometimes that includes faking stories of love and adoration and all of that. Oh, oh. Does Akane join the girl band? Wait, is Akane about to join B Komachi even for a bit? Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Ooh. And then Kana wearing gold hearts on her. Ooh, 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 ooh. Damn. Damn. The styles. The styles for each character is insane. Damn. Literally having a frog in her mouth. How much of what she's saying is true? And look at all the beautiful flowers around her. Wow. It's so beautiful, right? Look at it. Look at how beautiful it is, right? Yeah, Ruby got such a hairstyle change. But also she has a frog in her mouth. Are you the fly she's gonna catch with it? I don't see any flowers actively decaying, right? Her eyes are censored. Yeah. I've always said the eyes are a window to the soul, right? Because you're able to go ahead and read a lot about people's intentions from their eyes, right? But also, maybe because she doesn't want I to see this. Y'all ever thought of this, right? She like in a big way it could be like double meaning in this, right? She doesn't want you to see her eyes, but maybe she doesn't want her eye to see this, right? Her beautiful poisonous lies that she might start spewing as you really like sink into, wow, how beautiful she is. Look at like how she can't do anything bad. She's beautiful. Ooh, what the fuck? Someone in the hospital clearly. Hello? Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay. Frog and Jet go back or return. Oh, really? I mean, could be. So I know Serena, the past life there. Kana, Kana can't get any. Oh, literally, Destiny choking her out. Chat, literally, broken heart. You know, wrapped around the neck. You're just wrapped around Destiny's thread, aren't you, Kana? Green. What is that? An apple? Is this talking about knowledge going onto someone's hands? Is this what this is implying? I.e., like this is very reminiscent of like the oh, and they're not those are not happy like those are not happy faces. Those are not happy faces. Everyone is hurt. Everyone is hurt from left to right. You know, from one side of the rising sun to the other side. These are not happy faces. My God. Ugh. Oof. And this, right, passing on the knowledge. Yeah, it looks like a reference to that one painting. Yeah. That is what I wanted to touch on. Again, the version that Aqua loves versus the actual, you know, version of her, right? The one with 2 stars in her eyes, you know, oh. chat, chat, chat. Want to make this clear. Want to make this clear. Iconic. I'm not a wizard, okay? A lot of this just comes from analyzing the way that the story is meant to be told, right? Or the way that the story is heading towards, right? The eye that she tries to be for Aqua. Yeah, the eye that she tries to be for Aqua, right? Versus her true emotions. Her hair is brighter in the mirror and the same as her eyes. Yeah, right. Because that's the fake persona, right? The oh yeah, like I'm gonna go be this. I'm gonna go be eye out there. Fuck. Oh, go taking off her makeup, right? It's like those aren't even her real eyes. Oh, oh, oh. And then putting Eye up on the pedestal, the two kids with wings. Oh, Mamma Miyako. Mamma Miyako. Miyako. Magnifico. Oh, no. Oh, did I accidentally mute? I accidentally muted. Also, interesting, isn't it? Akane and Kana switching sides here from red to black, right? Where both of them have shown some sort of like love, heartbreak, whatnot, and then in some capacity, right? Kana very physically, with the tattoo on her back of that ruptured heart. They're both at war, clearly, different sides. And then Mem having to be her real self or the other side as well. Oh, stop. 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 Are we about to get a whole fallen angel reference here? Stop. An angel so pure, so white that came through and gave us knowledge and tempted us. The apple, temptation. Oh, wait. His star of the sky. Whoo, whoo. And oh, literally starts burning up this flower. Oh no, Aqua is the fallen angel, chat, coming through and legitimately burning up this field of white. The base, I know this is sick. Hey yo. Okay, we don't need you here. Playing, yeah, no, that's why I'm like, holy crap. And now it looks like hell. Right? An angel so beautiful didn't need to be there. He's literally tossing himself into hell, do or die, dead or alive. Now let's back it up. I guess Aqua is the serpent, isn't he? I wonder if this was not a sort of metaphor into that, right? Without completely giving it away, right? We just saw Aqua burn up a field of flowers, right? And we see that Ruby here has a frog in her mouth, right? If it might not just be a reference towards like the snake, altogether. Sorry, I'm about to just go deep off the wall here, right? Where in a big way, Ruby is just copying what she's seeing from Aqua altogether. You know, Ruby has learned from others that lying is important. That lying, you need to survive. Serena needed it. Serena clearly went through a bad life. They've all gone through their own heartbreak and whatnot. In here, it's interesting that only the light aspect is showcasing onto the light there, as though there's a fracture altogether. Also, it reminds me a little bit of that, like what is it, the Adam and Eve type thing, where it's like, oh, they were meant for one another, but really, were they? Not in this case, right? There was a clear separation that happened. That's a oof. because completely nude, completely naked like this reminds me of like the whole aspect of oh being being nude means being vulnerable, right? In a big situation or a big case, but at the same time, with all the references that it's showcasing to hell and to Aqua being the fallen angel and this aspect of lies being set on through, doesn't this also showcase that maybe Kana is supposed to be Eve in the story? In a big way, maybe it's not meant to be this time, this run through, i.e., because the next shot is the apple, right? Taking a bite of the forbidden fruit. Oh, look at that! You're right. And Ruby is also naked here. Ruby is also completely in the nude here, right? Again, I guess doesn't flower like also mean, I hate to throw this out there because it's so antiquated, like the whole like symbolism for like pure or virginity or something like that. Like I know in the past it used to have some significance in that, right? They're pure, they're beautiful, they're this, they're that, but yet it's filled with that poisonous uh snake. I'm confused. What about it? I'm confused. Huh. Huh. You're right. Just for like a brief second, yeah. Well, it's not really that. Yeah, the symbolism keeps protruding on here, right? So the the knowledge, the forbidden knowledge, giving it onto others, a forbidden apple, temptation. Temptation, that's a big one, right? Tempting them to do something with the knowledge they're being given. Becoming someone else, praising them. My God. Do you really think that Aqua is following I's will, or is he following a twisted version of it? Because don't you think that Aqua or I would probably, I probably wanted Aqua to be happy genuinely. Maybe like go live life and be happy and not have to worry in this regard. And he's twisting it into like his own emotions, his own prerogative comes first. Yeah. It's time to burn everything up. Do or die, dead or alive. He has to play the rabbit filled with strings of fate, regardless of what the future may hold. Whoo! Oh, and now the satanic imagery. Chat, what the fuck? Yo! Well, not really satanic imagery, but you know what I'm saying. It's kind of alluding towards this, right? Holy crap. He's really going to hell for this. He's really going to the gates of hell here. Oh my goodness. Well, anarchy symbol, but if you take a common look at everything that it's been pointing, it's ooh, ooh. Yeah, seal up the star. Meet up someone else that is also in the same path. Is Aqua going to? Okay, no. Now for real, Aqua's gonna die. Aqua is 100% going to die at some point in time. This is like the second or third opening or ending that showcases something similar to this. Is Aqua going to drown? Is Aqua's more than likely going to die in some capacity, but it's being showcased more and more that it has something to do with water. Like the threads are around their neck, they could hardly speak, they could hardly move. But look, Aqua's the only one that's completely swallowed up whole. And hold on. This is season one's ending, okay? Again, the strings, right? The puppeteering, the strings of fate and everything, the darkness also inside of that. They're all wearing the same mask, right? From ending number one of Mephisto, right? Which, if correct me if I'm wrong, but what does Mephisto mean again? Chat again. Wearing the rabbit mask for both of them, and ooh, showcasing that. The Dark Angel theme again. Descending, right? That's one. That's one. Funny strings, man. Funny. Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing is, some people are like, Ed, how do you do this? Ed, how do you remember so much? I pay attention. I literally absorb this in, right? The strings are pulling him down, and they're what's legitimately, ultimately gonna drag him down to his own death, in some capacity, right? Oh no, Edo, you know, Edo. Oh, so cold. This all feels so cold. Oh, Aqua's consciousness starts fading away, and they don't feel anything anymore. Boop, they just disappear. They plop away, kind of the same way that uh that you do, you know, with most things. Okay, number two. That's ending number one. Number two. Here we go. We're speeding it up. Sorry. Again, water themed. Yes, a lot of water, blood. Morning dress, ravens, crows around her. Rushing heavily to try and find out what's the final event back there, right? And once again, kind of pointing towards Aqua being at the main event of this, showcasing water once again. Now that we're back together and we're all in this, are y'all ready? For me, stuff that they just don't put stuff in wink and ink, There's a reason behind it. So, Aqua's obsession with I is gonna drag him to literally be consumed by it until it spits him up and cuts off all ties and he can no longer be that rabbit. Exactly. Exactly, Ryoji. Wow, it was just all a movie. The red string of fate, yep. Yep. It snaps, he's done, he's dead. Ta-da! Woo! It was one big show. Yeah, woo, it was all fake. That's it? And it starts off with crows? Shit. Oh my god, what an opening. There's so much to analyze. We need to take apart the lyrics. There's so much to that's such a can I listen to I'm gonna listen to it one more time without stopping. I'm gonna listen to it one more time without stopping. Hold on. This is a banger of a song. Mhm. Oh. And him putting the star away, right? Him protecting Ice Star. He has to protect it by all means. Here's the. Oh my god. What if him seeing Ruby go down this path makes him try and stop her in the big process? He has to become the bigger evil. Let me take the brunt of all of this. Let me protect you. And this is what ends up making him spiral even more out of control. Because he starts to see Ruby put on the mask and he's like, no, that's my responsibility. Let my strings be cut. Self-sacrifice, yeah. Damn!
また来たのか。俺はもう社長でも何でもねえんだ。
いいじゃん。娘のように思ってた愛の娘がこうして会いに来てくれて。
What the fuck?
嬉しいでしょ？
俺に関わるなって言ってるんだ。
逃がしませんよ。
Ruby, what the fuck? Jesus. I got something stuck in my throat. I'm sorry. Hoshino Wooby. Ruby-san. Leave him alone. Yeah, I got a frog stuck in my throat.
だってママの一番近くにいたあなたが一番真相に近いんだから。
Ooh.
ママを殺した男を見つけ出すまで絶対に逃がしたりしないから。私の父親が誰なのか教えて。
何度も言うが俺は知らねえ。
Oh, you know.
知ってたら
Some way, shape, or
特に
form.
ぶっ殺しに行ってるっつうの。
じゃあママと関わりがあった人の連絡先全部教えて。
嫌なこった。そんなの教えたら無鉄砲に会いに行くだろうが。当時ペーペーだった奴らも16年も経てばお偉いさんになってる。そ
Damn.
いつら相手にお前が問題を起こしたら。
Question for you, chat. What happens to a lot of the idols that don't make it? He's right, though, because a lot of people that stay in the industry end up going into positions of power in some way, shape, or form. But what about a lot of the idols that don't fully, like, pop off or explode? Or maybe they do, but then their career kind of ends. What happens to a majority of them? What is OL or AV? Because I've heard that, like, a good portion of them end up in the porn industry, sadly enough. Like you know, I've heard this was from. I hate to throw this out there, right? Good portion of them. The duality of Dark Ruby, right? Miyako mentions a low of 4 more idols get jobs out of drinking hostess bars. Adult video, yeah, yeah. Office lady or adult video, yeah. I can see that, yeah. You know, finding new ways to try and you know, make money in some capacity, because you have to remember a lot of these individuals start young, right? And then when their career is over, well, what do they have to be able to fall back on? And it's unfortunate, right? Because sometimes the only thing that they know is how to perform, right? Because that's the one skill that they were good at. So can the industry take advantage of individuals like this? To that answer, I'd say yeah, absolutely. That's why we get a lot of these individuals, like, you know, maybe falling into those ranks. Hostess clubs, yeah, I can see that.
迷惑被るのは誰だ？今のイチゴプロを支えてるのは都だろうが。
私だってそこそこ売れてきてるんだけど。
地下アイドルに毛が生えた程度だろうが。お前じゃまだ酒飲んでるところ取られたとしても週刊誌だって相手にしない。
おー。
じゃあもっと売れたら紹介してくれる？
おー。
向こうから会いたいって言いたくなるほど売れたら会わせてくれるんだね。
Hey, yo!
約束だから。じゃあどうやったら売れるか教えて。
そこは自分で考えろ。この間も。
That's a huge promise, but at the same time, oh my fucking god, the way she's fishing for information here is genius. The way she's literally fishing for any and all information that she can get out of him is great, and he takes the bait even knowingly.
そうそう、いちごさんの言う通りにしたらリポーターの仕事も取れたんだよ。
深掘れワンチャンのか？やったじゃねえか。あの番組は業界視聴率がいい。うまく刺されば次の仕事にも。
Oh.
だよ。
Oh.
私ね、芸能事務所の社長だったいちごさんの手腕は信用してるんだよ。一階のアイドルグループをドーム目前まで導いたのはやっぱりママだけの力じゃなかったと思うから。教えて、売れるためにはどうすればいいの？
Oh.
まずは現場で結果を残さなきゃ話は始まらねえ。
So you gotta perform
番組
consistently.
でお前自身のキャラクターを示せ。
本日は生中継でお送りします。イエーイ。
例えばアクアを見て。
Oh no. Oh no. Now your sister has become a regular. I know, dude's old self came back. Have a good night, Evie. I appreciate ya. Yeah, a proud grandpa. Aqua kill me. Oh my god. Yeah.
もういいって俺の妹出すの。こいつの顔見るの家で十分ですって。
あいつは毒舌クールというキャラを前に出している。
As you
誰かがト
should.
ンチンカンのことを言ったとき、話を振ればバッサリ切ってくれる。それを周りが認知していれば、必ずパスが回ってくる。
Right.
キャラクターが明確であること、これがバラエティにおける最重要項目だ。
Absolutely.
私のキャラクター。
Well, even as a streamer, some of the streamer like groups that I've been a part of, right? In terms of like you could get to be a part of some content creator groups and get to like mend with them. One of the most toxic things that I heard about, I'm like, that is so unhealthy, was like make a character for when you're streaming. Legitimately, don't even be real, just be that character. And this came, and it was a group of VTubers, other individuals, whatnot, just being told to play the most toxic, outrageous parts of yourself because that's how you grow. You don't grow from being genuine. You grow from, you know, being over the top and being clippable was their whole aspects, right? If you're an over the top character and you're clippable, of course you're going to grow and you're going to cement yourself as a favorite.
可愛くて頭が良くて気遣いできることかな。
バカで失礼でずぶといところだろう。もっとそれを前面に出せ。身振りや手振りや話し方をバカっぽくしろ。
Oof.
全力で道化を演じるんだ。そのためには事前アンケートも重要だ。ここで当たり障りのないことを書いたら終わり。多少盛るくらいは構わない。強烈なバカエピソードを持ってこい。
Some absurdly stupid
しっかり
anecdotes.
してそうやけど、最近失敗したこととかある？
来た。失敗？そんなの全然ないですけど。あ、こないだ家が火事になりかけちゃって。
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. They feed them the lines. They tell them, hey, they're setting them up to be successful. You just gotta say yes and. Yes and.
なんで
友達が石鹸作りにハマってるって聞いて私もやりたいなって思ったんです。そんでハンドソープを鍋で焼いたんですよ。
言ってることやばいやん。
Girl, you got issues.
めちゃくちゃ焦げて部屋中煙まみれで。
そりゃそうな。
Stop making soap, Ruby. Stop making soap.
やろなんでそんなことしたん？
ハンドソープってなんか石鹸を水で溶かした感じでしょ。水分飛ばせば石鹸になると思って。
Stop letting her cook. Stop letting her cook. Don't let her cook, chat. Don't let her cook, chat. Ruby, the one who can burn soap in 10 seconds.
さてはおバカやな。
昔鍋に油と詰め替え用の洗剤間違えて入れた話だろ。話盛りすぎてもはや別物じゃねえか。
アホなんか。
違いますから。こういう時アクアの毒舌キャラなら。お兄ちゃんも私のことバカだと思ってるの？
思ってるに決まってるだろ。お前と同じ遺伝子持ってる事実が結構きつい。
Yo, and she cued him. I'm so proud of my girl. I am so proud of Ruby because she knew how to play this off. Like she was, that is so smart. As an actor, you have to be aware of like when to pass it on, right? How to go ahead and move the scene, and that is beautiful.
やっぱり要点を
Oh yeah, she's way too good at this.
誰かが入れ知恵している。
なるほど。ルビーちゃんはああいうキャラができるのか。もっとキャラを生かした企画も提案できるけど。
そして重要な要素がもう一つ。AD には優しくしろ。
Yes, that's a big one. Anytime that I've gone through for any film or any sort of like, work, the ADs are there to like help you out, right? They go through a lot of stress that you don't fully know, right? So just being nice to them, being courteous to them is huge, right? And often word travels up.
そいつはそのうちディレクターになる。
Yep.
売れるには打算も必要だ。
吉住さん、今日も暑いですね。吉住さん、お茶どうぞ。吉住さんって休みの日何してるんですか？
最近ルビーちゃんが僕にこびこびだ。なぜテレビ初心者の新人アイドルが AD の僕にこびる理由なんて。もしかして僕の顔がタイプなのかな。
Oh no.
少し影のあるインモラルな顔が。
吉住さん、ちゃんと寝てます？いつも疲れた顔してて心配。
そうかな。
How many of y'all would have folded? Girls, guys, everyone in between, all my non-binary friends, how many of y'all would have folded? Poor guy. Is it true that ADs line up chairs and nap every chance that they get? Nah, immediately. I would have, yeah, metal board. Oh. But that's the thing is like, again, propinquity is a big factor, right? The more time that you spend with someone, the more that like feelings and emotions might come into effect. If you were their age, Ruji, right? Feelings and emotions starts creeping on through and you start believing things just because like you're spending a lot of time with them. You've done that as an artist? Like butter someone up or like had emotions or feelings for another person in your set? Oh, line up. Oh, why did I want to do? I was like, what? What Ruby's saying there? Yes, line up chairs to take a nap. Yeah, fair.
ティさんって暇があれば椅子並べて寝てるって本当ですか？
いやまあ昔はそういうイメージであってたけど、近年は普通の会社と同じで残業すると人事に怒られるし、コンプライアンスも厳しくなってるよ。
Oh, nice.
へえ。 全然そうは見えないですけどね。
ほらまあ、うちの班はちょっと古いタイプの業界人というか。
吉住レポ動画のテロップてっぺんまでに上げろって言ったろ。
さっきアップしました。
遅えんだよ、編集するのは俺なんだぞ。
すみません。
あと
おー
絶対に取材拒否の飲食店に取材してみたのアポどうなってる。
全部断られました。
バカ野郎、そこをどうにかするのが腕の見せ所なんだろうが。
Dude, that is so much. I know that is so much on an AD here to go through and negotiate contracts and do all of this stuff. What? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
仕事できねえならやめちまえ。お前みたいなのが周りの足を引っ張って迷惑かけてんだ。分かったのかおい。
すみません。
ああ、それ制作会社の漆原 D だな。
制作会社？
局の制作班だけじゃ人手が足りないから、外部の会社のスタッフも番組制作に携わることが多いんだ。
Right.
漆原はそこのディレクターだ。
ディレクターって偉いの？
Yeah.
本当に何も知らないな。
She doesn't really know much how much it is.
こういうバラエティはだいたい4班くらいに分かれて番組を作る。プロデューサーや演出家の下にいくつか
Assistant producer, director. Yep. Assistant unit directors, chief assistant directors, assistant directors. Yeah. There's so much that goes into it. So much that really comes together.
の班があって、D は班のリーダーって感じ。AD はその補佐だな。
へえ、毎回同じチームで作ってるんだと思ってた。
漆原 D はもともとキー局の社員だったんだけど、いろいろ問題を起こしてクビになって今の制作会社に移ったらしい。
ああ。
現に漆原班は AD が一人休養中で一人だけで回してるって聞いた。
そうなんだ。
お前が現場のこと気にするとは意外だな。どういう心境の変
Trying
化？
to understand the whole structure.
私もプロとしての自覚が芽生えただけだよ。喜ばしいことでしょ、お兄ちゃん。
Oh God.
それもそうか。
I hope you're picking that up. I hope you're picking that up quickly. You're like, hey, this is not normal behavior. Like in any capacity, like.
AD の仕事はたった一つ。やれと言われたことは全部やること。ロケ場所探し、ネタや取材対象のリサーチ。野獣馬に頭を下げて、カメラマンの真似事したり、D の手伝いをしつけられたり。
Yeah.
エキストラの手配、ロケ弁の手配、移動手段の手配、書類コピー、コーヒー入れ、荷物持ち。言われたらトイレ掃除だってやる。家に。
That is so much for someone. Yeah, there's no stars in Aqua. That is so Ruby's being smart and considerate, but at the same time, it's with a double purpose. We all know that.
帰っても秘密の残業。若者のテレビ。
Everything the director doesn't want to do or hire someone to do. But here's a big thing though, and I will share this. If you're taking work home, watch out. And this is even an advice for myself, right? That work-life balance has to be super important. Otherwise, you're literally killing yourself. Like if when you're taking work home and you're not having an appropriate work-life balance, you're bringing a lot of stressors back into your life, and it slowly starts to rip you apart. Like, you know, it starts to take a big effect on your physical health, you know?
離れが叫ばれる昨今、番組予算は全盛期の半分以下になり、人手は減ったのに3本撮り4本撮りは当たり前になった。
4:27 a.m. Damn.
吉住、次の深掘りコーナーの企画が決まったぞ。コスプレイヤーの取材だ。
ああ、そろそろ夏コミですしね。
ほら、今やたらやってるアニメ、東京グレー、クローンだったか？
東京ブレイドですか？
Ah.
それそれ、レイヤー集めてそのコスさせりゃ絵的にも映えるだろう。
版権は大丈夫ですか？こっち都合でコスプレさせるなら多分許可取らなきゃ問題出そうな。
ああ、アニメ部署の方には俺から言って。
Anime department?
アニメチャンネルでも放送してるし問題ないだろう。
Oh damn.
じゃあ取材可能なコスプレイヤーをリサーチしておきます。
一応言っとくが、普通のコスプレイヤーじゃ話にならねえからな。ネット番組の強みを生かせよ。素人のレイヤーに作品愛なんざ語られたって何も面白くねえからな。
Yo, Raccoon, welcome on through. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Hope you had a good stream. Head up cosplayers who show skin online to rack up membership income. Oh no. Oh no. This is their philosophy. Like, hey, you know, sex sells, right? Sex appeal. Go grab all the sex appeals. Neon Echo Sugar Girls on the left. Grab everyone that's able to go ahead and reference anything. Like,
それして
no.
サブスクで稼いで
Welcome
るやつと
Raiders.
か自主制作 DVD 売って儲けてるやつとか過激なトーク引き出
I
せ
know.
そうなの捕まえてこい。コスプレイヤーなんて承認欲求強いやつらだらけだろ。宣伝にもなるんだし。
And this is what I'm saying. It's unfortunately there's a lot of companies out there that are like, yeah, I'll pay you with exposure. And it's like, okay, exposure to what? Like, how do I get paid? Like, what does that mean? Exposure a qué? Hello? Hello? Yeah, it's a gross generalization as well. And oftentimes it targets a lot of individuals that show somewhat skin and whatnot. And often, I hate to put it this way, you see less and less actual representations of individuals or cosplayers that cos like, you know, with normal to higher body types versus like this super skinny, you know, or overly sexy body types that a lot of producers or a lot of individuals go for. It's an unfortunate thing, you know. Gross generalization. Ugh. Yeah, crazy frame to come into, Rukun. How you doing, by the way?
Twitter で DM 送れば10人くらいすぐ集まる。
10人。
申し訳ありません。今回の夏コミはブル様の合わせをする予定で、
Oh
当ブレ
no.
の衣装を着る予定がなく。
私たちのサークルはあくまで個人活動の範疇でコスプ
We
レ
don't want
活
to
動を
appear
行
on
っており、
TV.
社会人メンバーの中にはテレビ撮影に拒否反応を示す子も多く、
うちは加工中なので実物が別物なんですわら。なので今回は見送らせてください。やせやせ。
Oh.
すぐ集まるとか冗談じゃない。コス界隈はテレビに好意的じゃない人が多いんだよ。
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's absolutely
夏コミは
terrifying.
来週。今日もろくに寝れそうにないな。
暗い顔。どうしたの？また大変な仕事を押し付けられた？私が力になれることある？
いやー、そのルビーちゃんってコスプレやってたり
Yo, what about if they get everyone from Tokyo Blade to just come back and cosplay, and then they would technically be Tokyo Blade, you know, like everyone from it.
傘持ってくればよかった。アクアくん。
Oh shit. Oh shit.
何？
That is a frog
迎
statue.
えに来てくれたの？
いや、
That was a frog statue. Yes.
まあ雨だし、現場俺の家から近いって聞いてたし、たまたまな。
へえ、
なんだよ。
別に。
Aww.
イカさん。
おい、茜の分の傘も持ってきてるって。
いらない。
たく。
Akane is such a cute, like, partner. Akane is such a cute partner. Like,
私は知ってる。アクアくんがカナちゃんに惹かれてたこと。
girl. Girl. Of course she does. Of course she does.
多分ずっと前から気づいてた。カナちゃんじゃなくて私と付き合うことにした理由は、多分あんまり気持ちのいいものじゃないだろうから考えないようにしてるし、実のところあまり興味がない。
Akane, no!
アクアくんは
Self-esteem!
私にすごく優しくしてくれてるから、それでいい。
Have you ever heard of the taxi cab theory? Akane, start throwing some random fucking modern social theories. Like, Akane, no. Akane, please. Please, no. Huge cope. Huge cope.
いつも気にかけてくれるし、LINE も既読放置なんてしない。
And he never leaves me on red.
雨の日は
Oh.
こうして傘を持って迎えに来てくれる。いい彼氏をしてくれている。私としてはそれが満たされていれば必要十分。これ以上望むのは罰当たりというものだ。
It's okay to be greedy.
かなちゃんとはもうずっと会っていなくて連絡も立ってるらしい。ちょっとやりすぎだし過剰に意識しすぎな気がして少しムってなるけど、アクアくんなりに自分の気持ちと折り合いをつけるプロセスなのだと考えれば 納得もできる。
So first off, he did the right thing. I would always recommend this for any client to go no contact. I hate to put it this way. Not everyone gets closure in their life or in their relationships. It is what it is, right? Unfortunately, I wish we could all say, oh yeah, we got a wonderful closure and it ends like in the movies. No, sometimes you just get a rushed ending and it is what it is, right? You have to learn how to cope with it, move on with it. One of those ways is actually by establishing a no contact rule. Do not contact your ex-partner for any reason. Do not even stay friends with them. And I know what some people are like, wait, what? Here's the thing. You want to set a boundary for yourself to be able to grow and be able to love yourself before reestablishing any form of contact going forward in the future, right? That is the key aspect. Is at the moment, Aqua is playing the role of a perfect boyfriend, right? But he's playing that role while hurting himself as well, right? Because ultimately he's doing this because he's trying to go to Zeppre to protect Kana, to also, give Akane this aspect of like allowing Akane the opportunity to heal him in some capacity. Like there's all of these extra rules and layers that are coming through, but what does that do to an individual, right? Because guess what? He's trying to go no contact, but it's gonna take time. Playing, exactly. You have to separate. You have to separate. If this is an unhealthy relationship and this is really growing that way as well, like, and there's no love in there and there's no like actual form of like, hey, I see a long future with you. How is this going to evolve? Is this going to evolve healthily or unhealthily, right?
私とまっすぐ向き合おうとしてくれるのがちゃんと伝わってくるから納得できる。
明日仕事何時から？
9時に府中のスタジオ。
そっか、結構早いな。今日は風呂入って早く寝ろよ。
ありがとうアクアくん。
じゃ。
番組から始まった偽物の恋人。嘘つきなアクアくんが私に嘘をつかないために頑張ってる。私はそれを嬉しく思う。
Could this ever work in your opinion? Yeah, there are relationships that are just based out of commitment to one another. Like, out of commitment because people are afraid of being alone or being lonely. And unfortunately, these are oftentimes some relationships where there's a lot of cheating, right? But they still come back together, right? For the kids, for us, right? Oh, what we promised ourselves that even no matter what happened, we would come back to one another, even if we don't love one another, or even if like, we just don't want to be alone, right? That's honestly the biggest thing that I hear. I've never found anyone else like you, so I'm going to stick with you. And it's like, ugh. To be in a relationship with Kana.
少しずつ嘘を真実に。私はそういうの嫌いじゃないから。
Oh, the mom! Just like.
けど、他の女と浮気したら絶対。けど、他の女と浮気したら絶対。
Las Vegas, she's like over here going through like mountains of dialogue. Oh. He doesn't have to be in a relationship with Akane. He does though. In his narrative, he does. Because if he's not in a relationship with Akane, he's gonna be tempted to be in a relationship with Kana. Oh yeah, I believe she means it 100%.
アクア君が女好きのタラシなのは分かってるんだからね。ちゃんと見張ってるんだからね。うちがコスプレイヤーとして？次の深ワンでレイヤー取材会やるんだけど、取材交渉あまりうまくいってないみたいで、番組に興味あるって前言ってたし、どうかなって。
あんな、そら雑誌でちょっとはコスプレっぽいことをするはするけど、うちはあくまでグラビアモデルであってな。
Why is it so hard to get cosplayers in Japan? Oh, yeah, a lot of people are shy, and plus it might affect their work. But also, hey, I think Akane is in a big way, she's convincing herself as to why she likes him, right? Or she really does like him, but why this is a good idea. And how many of you have done that? I know I have. I know I've been in some really messed up relationships where it wasn't healthy in any capacity, right? But it's like, hey, you know what? It's better than being alone. They try. They give me a call once a week. We go out and we do this. Like, you like, you know what? At least like they're friendly with my parents. Like, you start convincing yourself as to why that relationship is okay in some capacity, even when it's not, you know, or friendship, whatever that may be.
イベントとかでコスしたことないし、それをコスプレイヤーって放送するのはちょっと嘘っぽくならへん？
嘘っぽいか。そうかもね。でもテレビの仕事だよ。もったいなくない？
Ruby, oh my god. Ruby, oh my god. That was just straight up like, here's a bomb. Like, yeah, Ruby. I know, I've never seen you just like steamroll a person's emotions like that.
深ワンは構成作家が豪華らしくてさ、業界視聴率すご。
It makes no sense for Aqua to be dating Akane to avoid Kana. He reasoned that the last season it was morally wrong to stay connected with her, tried to break up with her. He also states to men last episode, he's aware of his actions, how they come up to girls. It's inconsistent with his character. It only makes sense if you generally... Nope. No. You're thinking like a rational person, Jay the Man. People aren't rational, my friend. Here's the thing. People are not rational creatures, right? For a lot of individuals, they would rather not be alone and not be tempted. So they force themselves to be in relationships that they don't want to be in because it stops their temptation. That is a very real excuse that you often hear whenever like you do like group or like adult like you know, counseling for couples and stuff, right? The whole aspect of it is like, hey, it's not logical to like, they're not in a logical thinking brain where it's like, hey, if I really wanted to be with someone, I would be with that person. They're in an illogical state of brain where they're like, okay, if I do this, it's gonna stop me from feeling this, right? You know, it's a defense mechanism, it's a displacement mechanism, right? And they're trying to go to substitute one for the other in that capacity. He was about to date Kana, and then he was reminded she's an idol. So he stopped and he went back to Akane. Yeah. Emotions and rationality are different things. That's a very important thing to like touch on overall, right? Is emotions and rationality are very different things, and sometimes we make some very illogical decisions. Because we think that emotionally it makes sense, even when it doesn't, you know.
高いんだって。うまくいけば次につながるかもしれないよ。
それは確かにな。
もちろん無理にとは言わないよ。私もコスプレリポーターとして現場にいるし、みなみと一緒にお仕事したいなって思ってるだけ。
He doesn't have to verbally say it when, yeah, he literally went on a date with her. And if anything else, he's showcased that he's been extremely vulnerable with her. It kind of just showcased the fact that, like, hey, you know what? Aqua would probably be with her if he wasn't with her, and that's that capacity. It's been heavily implied, and it's been pointed to in that direction heavily, time and time again, right? Sorry to be taken away from it. It's just an important point to clarify, right? I like that everyone's just jumping in. I don't even really gotta say much. It's like chat just jumps in and cooks, you know. But at the same time, they're good questions because I'm sure a lot of people have these questions as well. Like, this is why Oshinoko is deep, you know. He does like both, but he likes Kana more. Yeah. But they're at different levels, right? That's the main regard, right?
制作家が豪華らしくてさ、業界視聴率すごく高いんだって。うまくいけば次につながるかもしれないよ。
それは確かにな。
もちろん無理にとは言わないよ。私もコスプレリポーターとして現場にいるし、みなみと一緒にお仕事したいなって思ってるだけ。
Oh.
ちょっとマネさんに相談してみる。
Let me check with my manager. That kind of felt a little forced,
最近クラビア
though.
ばっかで仕事が横に伸びてなかったし、渡りに船みたいな話ではあるんやけど。
But do you want to do it?
コスプレ界隈は権利者の黙認の上に成り立つデリケートな世界。ローカルルールやマナーに厳しい。
No low angle shots, no pairing shots, plug gun muzzles, no unedited photos, no uploading to social media, skin colored types required. Damn. Bashed online. Yeah, no, I'm afraid of bullying that might come through with this because it really does, right? It really does.
ちょっと対策しないと焦げ臭そうやな。ルビーはこういう嘘っぽい企画 一番嫌ってると思ってたんやけ
Oh,
ど
she don't care. She's just trying to grow from this.
汚い大人の世界に染まり始めちゃったんかな。
またお断りね。
Thank you for getting in touch. However, I don't have Tokyo Blade costume ready for this year's summer comic kit. I'm not especially keen on appearing on TV either. I'm afraid I have to turn you down this time. I'm very sorry. Oh no.
どこかに面白い子。
兄ちゃん、タイプ C のケーブルない？
Hey, yo! She could be a good cosplayer right there. Boom! Boom! You got your One-chan to come through. You got your One-chan to come through and you know, cosplay in some capacity.
できればサンダーボルト企画のや
Thunderbolt
つ。
certified.
ああ、何に使うの？
3D モデルを VR で動かせるかテストしたくて。
あ、
ん？え？
ミミ、ちょっと相談が。
Hey, yo!
無理、テレビは無理。ミタクコス勢だし、加工す
頼むって。お前コスアカも結構フォロワー多いし、D も納得すると思うんだよ。
ごいし。そもそもミの仕事なんだと思ってるの？絶対声で
She's a VTuber! She has OBS open! Ah! She's adorable! She is a VTuber that has OBS open! Ah! 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 Ah!
出ちゃうから。
吉住ミミ、俺の妹はコスプレイヤー兼 VTuber。VTuber とは 3DCG モデルやライブ 2D 等の技術を用い、トラッキングで動きを同期させたアバターで配信料を行うもの全体を指す言葉。
I like how her eyes don't really have light in them. It's as though it's a day in, day out aspects, right? Bro, why use your own family to sync their like no light in it, but the VTuber persona does have
動き
it.
を同期させたアバターで配信料を行うもの全体
Streaming takes your
を
soul.
指す言葉。大手運営の時価総額は2000億超えをマーク。
Yeah.
メタバース市場の中でも注目を集め、一見すれば華々しい業界に見えるが、
Like I heard that some VTubers even have their own like trading card game. What is it? HoloLive? HoloLive has their own trading card game. Like they're getting huge. Like damn. To the point where I even met someone that was so, and I explained it last time in chat, or when, you know, there was straight up a guy at a card shop that was coming through with the binders full of like Calliope, I think that's the name of it. And he's like, hello. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not, you know, like, I'm like the finest thing, you know, and just straight up just like, oh, I need my Calliopes. I have a Calliope binder. And like, he talked like that. He moved like that. He sounded like that. Like, you support your VTuber, my friend. You support your VTuber, my friend. But it was very, very much a shock to me. I was like, hey, these kinds of people exist. They're not just, yeah. They're not just you know like one of those internet rumors like
ムーブメントは成熟期を迎え、現在 VTuber の総数は1万超え。明らかに飽和したマーケットだ。ミミの VTuber 名は
Damn! And she has 311k
登
subs.
録者30万。引きこもりでコ
Hey,
スプレ
yo!
配信に夢中になっていた。
Hey, yo! For free? Just throwing up your feet up in the air. Oh no. Oh no. Are you winning, Emoto? Oh no. Oh.
妹の将来が不安になり、当時流行り始めた VTuber になることを僕が勧めた。それから3年間、僕がマネージメントを担当して毎日のようにゲーム実況に勤しんでいるけれ
Just
ど、
gaming pretty much every day.
知ってるぞ。お前まだコスプレアカウント稼働してて、時々タクコス画像をアップしてるだろう。
なんで知ってるの？
兄として当然のことだ。剣のコスもしてたよな。散々俺の悪口書いてくれているが、番組に
Is that Ed VTuber when? Good question. I don't know. People might like me more if I VTube. But if you go on this show, I'll forget all about it. Oh no, blackmailing your sister into doing, yeah, into doing it. Wow.
一切を不問とする。
卑怯な。どう？レイヤーの子集まった？
いやまあなんとか。寿みなみさんも事務所から OK もらえたし、なんとか形になりそうだよ。
そうならよかった。当日私どんなコスするの？
あ、トーブレの脇役の子なんだけど。
すごいね。許可取り大変だったんじゃない？
そうなのかも。でもその担当は僕じゃなくて。
お兄ちゃんが言ってたけど、東京ブレイドって許可取るのすごく大変なんだって。原作のアビコ先生がすごく気難しくて、大抵そういうの編集さんが断っちゃうんだって。
へえ、そうなんだ。
The strike of anxiety. The moment he realized, oh shit. Oh no. Oh no.
一応確認取っておくか。明日コスプレイヤー取材を受けてくれた子のリストです。
おお、この子かわいいな。ああ、クレアの事務所の子ね。どりで胸もでかいよ。
It kind of creeps me out. It kind of creeps me out. Oh no. An old guy talking about an underage individual and saying they're stacked. Just in case, right? I'm assuming all three of them are, you know, just...
この子もいいな。吉住、お前と同じ名字。
それで一応最終確認なんですけど、明日は東京ブレイドのコスプレでいいんですよね？
いや、わからん。ちょっと待て。漆原です。突然すみません。先日お話しした東京ブレイドの許諾なんですが。
Oh no. Why?
そうですか。わかりました。はい、大丈夫です。じゃ
あ。
ちょっと話が違いますよ。レイヤーの子たちにはトーブレのコスでお願いしてるんですよ。
違うやつやってもらえばいいだろ。
そんな急に。
てか俺言ったよな。許諾取るけど一応代わりのも用意して。
Never said that. Never said. Oh, yeah.
とにかく取材する奴らに連絡しろ。当日はオリジナルか許諾フリーか。
Oh my
ちょ
god.
っとトーブレじゃない感じにしてくれってな。
何それ、今更すぎない？
でもやるしかないんだ。
Oh my god.
方々に謝罪しまくってるけどさ。ルビーちゃんの衣装どうしよ
う。今から新しいの作るなんて無理だからね。
Yeah, there's no way that.
でもタレントさんに下手なの着せられないし。
ああ、もう日曜フリーサイズのコスもあるから使って。その子身長いくつ？
ごめん、助かる。
I feel like I would be in a constant state of anxiety being in as an AD, because ultimately, like, you have to make backup plans for backup. I mean, I already do that as a director. You have to make backup plans for backup plans for backup plans for backup plans, right? You have to make 1,001 backup plans just in case something happens. But at the same time, you never know what's going to happen. So you never know if you're underprepared or overprepared. And at any point in time, that can shift at the dime of the hat. So you always got to make sure that you have other individuals there to, like, be able to run things through the scenes, which once again adds more anxiety, adds more pressure, adds more everything towards all the cast members and towards yourself. Like, my gosh. He has a really good sibling, though. At least someone that's able to go ahead and be like, all right, I got something. Hey, yo. whoa, 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 whoa. Holy shit. And it just ends there. There's not, it's just her calculating stuff. It's literally, what the fuck? Yeah, Ruby has become extremely calculating. All her decisions, how she's moving. Fit name. Really fit name. Director, camera, day, night, interior, exterior. Scene 1, roll 3, take 2. Oshinoko. What do you mean, Oshinoko? Are we making a movie about Oshinoko? Are we making a movie about Oshinoko? Wait, what? What if, wait, what if this is actually alluding to that? Right, flashing lights. To me, yes, it you know, again, photography, but also like when an accident happens, fish, two different styles of fish coming together. Of course. And so cardboard cutout, you know, cardboard cutouts are what people like. Being over the top, oh my god, right? Well, what type of cardboard cutout are you? Aqua. Wow. Also a cutout. They're going to find out the truth about themselves, aren't they? This is sort of where it's leaning to, where it's like it's Serena and the doctor, their old lives, like witnessing whatever may be happening there. But Ruby and Aqua also may be coming together. So they're going to find out the truth, maybe about themselves and maybe about their own past. Is this what it's leaning to? Is like they're going to find out the whole truth, nothing but your truth, and maybe even incorporate some of that, especially since the opening ended up like a movie, like maybe trying to create something to, I don't know, garner some sort of attention or something. I don't know. Ooh. Ooh. When he walks away, it looks like he has a headset on. For a second there, for a small glimpse of a second, it looks like it's a headset. But it's not. It's just them moving. Okay. For a second, it's smiling as well. Yeah. The rabbit stars. Yeah. Oh. No. No, no. Don't tell me that Ruby X Aqua is real. Hold on. Hold on. Don't tell me that Ruby X Aqua ends up being real. Like they end up discovering, you know, that they are, you know, they're the past lives, past reincarnations, past whatever, and they end up getting feelings or something for one another. Hold on. Wait the fuck on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. It was a joke. It was a joke. I know. Hold on. But also, if this is a movie, then is Ruby going to play I? Is this what it is? Or are they going to try and remake like the movie about the truth and elements like this? Embrace the agenda, Ed. Because look at them, both of them holding up a clipboard as though they're sharing their sides of the story, right? They're cutting to it, both dancing this dance together. Who does Aqua play? Good question. I don't know. You can be in the background, yeah. Also, I love how this is like lights on, lights off. We'll do a deeper analysis next time we. Oh my God! Look at her! Look at her! Look at her, chat. The whole aspect of loss, yeah. Oh, oh. Piecing it together for both of them? They're teaming up. Ain't no way. All right, they're teaming up. They're teaming up. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And again, water theme with fish and water, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The Fiend. It's all coming back together, chat. Absolutely fantastic episode. Oh my goodness. And what a way to showcase the true, like, I don't know how else to put it, like, difficulties that it is to be in the industry, and at the same time, you know, just showcase how much work it really is, right? What did you guys think about this episode? What would you guys rate it out of 10? This is absolutely amazing. Yo, Tiddly Womp, welcome on through. Welcome on through. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. How was your stream? I was just about to end up as well. We're finishing up Oshinoko here. Welcome on through. How are you doing? Are you taking care of yourself, my friend? What's good? What's good? Hey, welcome on through. Welcome on through, Miska the Dog Bear. That's a badass name. Holy shit. In case y'all don't know who I am, hi, my name's Ed. I'm also a psychologist. I tend to go ahead and do a deep breakdowns of anime, video games, everything in between. We're currently working our way through Oshinoko, Omori, Expedition 33, and Free Run. Fantastic, fantastic games and anime. But how was your stream? What were you up to? Also, no worries. Dark Ruby out of 10, 8 out of 10. For me, dude, I got that streamer head from that. For me, that was a solid like 8.5, 9 out of 10. Art than VGC. Ah, nice. Hell yeah. For me, that was a solid 8.5, maybe a 9 out of 10. You know, it was very good. And I feel like it's set, like, especially the opening song, fantastic. Talk about symbolisms and metaphors you being used like amazingly, appropriately all around. You know, absolutely goated, absolutely amazing inside of itself or in of itself. But no, like, I don't know. I'm always very happy when I have the opportunity to take my time with an opening or with an ending. And I feel like this show just did that. It gave me enough time to be able to go ahead and enjoy like both the opening, the ending, everything in between. With that being said, chat, let me know what you think. Do you prefer this opening, this ending compared to everything else? With that being said, it does bring us to the end of today's video. Take care of yourself, practice some self-care, leave a like, comment down below, so on and so forth, and we'll catch you on next time.